play defense while you're in a trend trade, what obviously you want to see is for the L1 to stay above the L2. But if you're in the trade and say it's not working and price maybe floats down a little bit, causing the L1 and L2 to change positions. Okay, so now the L1 is below the L2. Now the VTA goes into defense mode. It doesn't quite think the momentum is still there. It won't stop you out for a negative. What it'll do is look for an alternative target that's not so aggressive. Maybe it doesn't feel like it can go 20 pips to get that one column right there. So now it'll take this, your next setting, and in this case defense target pips is set to 5 pips. So because that's set to 5 with that extra 0 again, if it goes up, remember we got in at 82, we'll say. So if it goes up to 87, if it's up at 87, or if it's in profit by 5 or more pips, and this L1 is below the L2, it'll exit the trade right there at +5. Now there's actually situations where, not very often, this does happen sometimes, where maybe the price was floating down here, right? It was floating, and it caused that 1 minute to come lower. Let's see, it's caused it to come lower and lower, and maybe it hasn't crossed yet, and then all of a sudden there's a little spike of price that comes up. Maybe you're up 15, and then what happens is the next candle closes, this revalues, and because you were just down here a minute ago, the average just went under the L2 and you're up 15. It'll take you out right there at +15, right? Because you're over the 5 pips profit and the L1 slipped under. But usually you can just expect that 5 pip total for the defense.